5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back on the Wild Things Baseball Network for our post-game show, a sweep-clinching victory for Washington, 11-1 the final here. We'll wrap it up, and I imagine there may be a scoring change or two, but the situation quite simple for Washington here. They have really dominated this weekend over a Lake Erie Crushers team that came in the hottest team in the Frontier League over their last 15, over anybody's last 15, at 13-2. And Washington, for the most part, handled the Crushers this weekend. A sweep clinches a tie of the season series, which means that tiebreaker is out the window. It puts the Wild Things back into a tie with Lake Erie for first place in the division. And man, is it a feel-good sweep for this Washington team, their third sweep of 2025. They'll have to be one game better than Lake Erie over the course of the final 24 for both teams, and Washington will have another division championship. A lot of baseball to be played, but man, this weekend was big. We told you about it going in. You had to have the series, and man, did Washington one up it. Today, the Wild Things waited until the top of the sixth inning to score, but score they did 11 times throughout. In the sixth inning, scored 3. The sacrifice in air off the bat of Ben Watson, the throwing error that got into the left field bullpen, would plate the first run of the game as 3 Hillier came in to score on the bunt by Watson. Eddie Hakopian would score later in the inning on a base hit by Wagner Lagrange that made it 2-0, and a sacrifice fly by Jeff LaCorey made it 3-0. In the eighth inning, Washington grabbed 6 runs. As it entered into the book right now, it is a bases-loaded walk to Tyreek Reed, an RBI infield hit by Cole Fowler. That's the one I think that'll change back to an error on Leonardo Rodriguez. And then a 2-run single by Kyle Edwards, a 2-run single by 3 Hillier. Made it 9-0 Washington. Would add 2 in the top of the ninth, RBI double by Tommy Caulfield, RBI single by Tyreek Reed to make it 11-0. And then in the bottom of the ninth inning, Burrell Dixon hit a solo homer, the only run charged to Kobe Foster today in his complete game for the Wild Things, which is not his first CG of his career. In fact, for Foster, that is number 2. The other one was a shutout. Foster gets the complete game. The final line totals in this game, again, as it stands now, it is 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors for Washington. The Wild Things leave 5. For Lake Erie, it's 1 run on 5 hits, 2 errors, and left 4 on base. The winner is Foster. He is 4-1. The loser is Ethan Smith. He is 5-5, and of course with Foster going the distance, there is no save in this game. Time of the game was 2 hours and 33 minutes. It was played in front of a crowd announced at 1,819. That's 1819 here in Avon for the finale of this series. Again, Washington pulls into a tie for first place in the division with the victory. I don't have much more. Enjoy it, my friends. We're back on Tuesday. The Windy City Thunderbolts in town. Start 7:05, airtime 6:50 on the Wild Things Baseball Network and the Frontier League Network, powered by Home Team. Until then, so long. We'll catch you in about 50 hours-ish. Okay, bye. 9 homers. He's driven in 38 for the Crushers this season. 0-2, swing and a miss. And Foster gets his first strikeout. 4 up, 4 down. And the first out of the second inning right there. Here's the 2-2. Floated out toward short center field. Long run for everybody, and Edwards out to make a sliding grab in short center field to retire Irizarry on a ball that he just stuck the bat out on and got just a piece of. 65 miles an hour off the bat. It traveled 210, and Edwards had to cover a long distance to go get it and made a fine running grab. Another 1-2 to Watkins by the fastball for strike 3. Foster gets his second strikeout. First time through the order is complete. Payoff pause again by Foster. 2 glances back there. Here's his pitch to Knotts, and a swing and a miss by the breaking ball. Third strikeout for Kobe. Ends the 4th inning with that bunt single stranded at second base. No swing and a miss. Vegas down on strikes. He got out in front of 79-mile-an-hour changeup. And it's the first out of the inning. 4th strikeout for Foster starts the 5th. It's up the third baseline. Smith going to go to third, and he fires up the line. It gets away. That will allow Hillier to come in to score. Hakopian takes third. Throw now goes to second base as Watson goes there. Sacrifice E1, and Washington has the game's first run. You try to make Lake 2-1 his record with 3 saves. 1-0 on Lagrange. Here's the pitch. Ground ball left side, base hit and through. Hakopian will score. Watson goes to third. Lagrange picks up another RBI on the knock. His second hit of the day. It's 2-0. Here's his payoff. McCory swings and lines it out toward deep left field. Dixon was in. He has to go back to make the catch. This will work. Sac fly going to score Ben Watson from third base and make it 3-0. McCory picks up his 39th run batted in on the year. Non-existent. They'd draw even, but it would make the head-to-head season series 6-6 as Tyreek takes low for ball 4. It's going to bring in Washington's 4th run. Doesn't mean you can let up, I should say. Here's a ground ball back toward Rodriguez. He bobbles a couple of times, now picks it up and throws a roller to first base, and Fowler's going to be safe. But who cares? Pitch to Kyle Edwards, line drive, back up the middle, base hit. Tyreek being waved around third. Here comes the throw home. It bounces off the mound and over the head of the catcher. Gonzalez to the backstop will allow both guys to move up another 90 feet on the bases. 2-run single for Edwards. It's 7-0. Pitch home. Bouncer up the middle. Backhand off the glove of the second baseman Morgan. It'll trickle into center and 2 score. 1-2. Called strike 3. Foster threw 8 shutout with his 5th punch out of the day. The 2-2. Tommy grounds it, right field, base hit. Up the line past the dive of Gonzalez. Watson will be waved around third. He's going to score. Caulfield's got an RBI double. It's 10-0. Reed with Caulfield at second, 2 away, top of the 9th. The pitch fanned out towards center. That'll fall for a base hit. Caulfield will be waved around third. Tyreek's got a single and a run batted in. Second RBI of the day. It's 11-0. Here's the 2-0 from Foster. Vegas swings and grounds it at the left side. Edwards will gobble it up, spin it across to first, and the Wild Things have swept the Lake Erie Crushers. Back into a tie for first place in the Central Division. Washington an 11-1 winner. On the complete game from Foster and some great offensive work throughout.